yes, I'm a sailing fanatic. I'm lucky enough to have a sailboat here in the San Francisco Bay, and yes, my ambition is to find a time and the wherewithal to sail from here out across New Zealand as maybe the first part of a round-the-world trip, but we'll see how that works out. So good morning. Thank you very much for allowing me to take over some of your time this morning to talk a little bit about what Intel's doing in health and life sciences, and specifically clinical systems. But before I do that, I'd really like to congratulate David and Carewell team on what they've accomplished with the AI ECG platform that they developed. Just want to draw out a couple of things that David was talking about there. What they have is a model that allows for 99% accuracy in some situations on reading ECGs versus the standard situation you get today with, as Dave was saying, the rush cardiologist. That's a phenomenal improvement. And I think the other phenomenal improvement here is the ability to then take that model, that brain as David refers to it as, and place it anywhere you want in the network, at any point of scale compute, from the edge of the network of the device itself up to a cloud service as well. That's an amazing accomplishment, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the potential of that be realized, saving thousands upon thousands of people's lives. So what I want to do today is take a few moments to tell you a little bit about Intel's involvement in that activity as a way of illustrating why Intel is actually interested in healthcare and specifically clinical life systems. So Intel's been playing in health and life sciences, primarily medical imaging and the application of AI in that space for a number of years now. And what we found is that the ability to take AI, be able to read those images, offload and augment some of the work that the radiologist is doing has made phenomenal advances in that space. And we see similar opportunities in clinical systems and in life sciences. Specifically in telemedicine and telehealth, we're also seeing opportunities there, as Dave is referring to as well. So a little bit about my background. I'm a long-time Intel employee, 22 years in the company in a variety of roles, and before that worked in medical device companies as well. As I sit here or stand here at this point and reflect back on my career, now being in the health and life sciences clinical systems segment of Intel's activities, it does feel like a lot of work that I've done has actually led me to this point, and I'm really excited to be here at this time. This is, as we were saying earlier on, a fantastic opportunity and a great time to be in the health business. So, why Intel? What I'd like to do is ask you to maybe change your perception of what Intel is. Chances are you think of Intel as a PC-centric company, a company that looks after PCs and servers and primarily the processors that are within them. But I'd like to suggest to you that we're actually a data-centric company. When you think about it, our processors, memory, storage, network cards, the entire environment of the internet, our processors and our components see the data flow going through it. It is, if you will, the pulmonary system, and the data is the lifeblood of that system. Intel's going through a transformation to become that data-centric company. We want to be able to process, analyze, store, and transfer that data through that network to be the best advantage in a secure and performance and precise manner. We gravitate to where the data flows are, the large data flows. So you'll see us a lot in finance systems, in movie houses and their CGI systems, in online search, online retail, research organizations and research universities, and increasingly now in healthcare. So there is a transformation going on in healthcare as well. It's becoming increasingly digitized. It's sitting on a mountain of data from all the connected devices that are now being able to stream information from those devices into the network for further analytics. And as we were saying earlier on, that information is being able to be used in a way to combine data, to run AI against it, or to be able to derive new insights and improve operational and clinical outcomes. But the thing that really interests me, the thing that really grabs my attention is the fusing of those data streams. What happens when you can combine patient history information, genomics information, vital signs, care claims, and understand the holistic view of that particular patient at that moment in time? It's a phenomenal opportunity to pull that information together and then use the power of AI to be able to build huge new insights and new ways of being able to interpret that information. Right. So healthcare is becoming more intelligent. Likewise, healthcare is becoming more personalized. As we can pull that information together, we can actually build treatment plans that are unique to that patient, not to a population average, and be able to address the specific needs of that individual. Likewise, care is becoming distributed. We're no longer having to have the patient go to the care. We can have the care go to the patient, wherever they may be it in a remote clinic or a pharmacy or even in their own home. Significant improvement to the patient's standard of care and their experience. So how does Intel help in this? Now, we don't build solutions. That's not our job. Our job is to help enable your businesses for you to build solutions and utilize our technologies and our expertise to help you do so. Our goal is really a long-term relationship with vendors and with customers such as yourselves to find that long-term value and to work closely on solving complex problems with technology in clinical system space. So we have dedicated teams worldwide, small but dedicated teams worldwide, to work with you to take our technology expertise and help drive that into your solutions so that you too can have your next generation product, your groundbreaking solution come to market. We do this along with our broad ecosystem of partners, as well as the optimization work that we do internally, the reference designs, the hardware, et cetera. But our partners that we work with on a day-to-day basis, software developers, solution providers, systems integrators, to help pull that information together to give you the best solution. Let me draw out a little bit of an example of what we did with Carewell on their AI ECG environment. So they approached us with a challenge. They wanted to take the model they built and optimize it once and be able to drive it across multiple different environments. They wanted to be able to have it running on the edge of the network, or in the cloud, or indeed in on-premise data centers. Now you can do that with time and money because you have to optimize that software solution, that model for each one of those hardware environments. But we sat down with Carewell and introduced them to OpenVINO. OpenVINO Deep Learning Toolkit is an Intel open source distribution. It's free. We give it away free. And what it does is it allows the AI developer to build their model, to optimize their model one time, and then be able to move that out to any number of different hardware installations. No optimization to be done again. It's only done once. That has huge consequences to the R&D time and the R&D costs. But there's one other thing as well that we uncovered here, and this is my little secret that I want to share with you, although please advertise it. I don't want it to be a secret for any longer. And that is the ability to optimize and then drive this model out to many different solutions means that you can use the hardware that's available to you to its best opportunities. And what Carewell found was using Intel's system on a chip, the SoC, that integrates graphics into the actual package, allows them the performance gains that exceeds using a discrete, separate GPU or graphics card. Not only did it increase the performance, but it also saved costs because you now be able to reduce the BOM cost and not purchase an additional component. So there's significant savings in this approach. So to summarize, I'm here with an opportunity to work with you. I want to learn from your activities and your perceptions of the market and help us help you enable your next products and next set of solutions. So consider us a partner to take our advanced technologies and bring them to bear on your problems. Think of us as a subject matter expert in the space of application of these new technologies in the health space. Think of us as a fellow traveler, somebody who is used to managing a fleet of devices across a large organization and the infrastructure that goes along with that. And think of us as a trusted advisor, somebody who can introduce you to our large ecosystem of systems integrators and other partners to help you solve your problems. So with that, as I say, this is a relatively new area for Intel to work in clinical systems. I've scratched the surface of it this morning, and I'd like to offer you the opportunity to go to our website, intel.com/health, to learn more. But even more, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. I'd like you to reach out to me and help me learn your businesses, your perception and insights of the industry, and your challenges, and then we can see how we can work with you together to collaborate on solving your problems. And with that, I thank you very much for your time this morning, and then myself and my colleague Pranali will be happy to take any questions offline afterwards outside the showroom. Thank you very much.